and welcome to TopX, where we count down the very best that YouTube has to offer. I'm your host Dan, and today we're letting the bass drop with our picks for the top 10 EDM streaming channels on YouTube. Today we're covering all those channels that stream that fickle genre of music known as EDM. Apparently, no one calls it techno anymore. We decided to include both record labels and user-run curated music streaming channels. For our ranking, we decided to use our votes from our users, personal preference, subscriber numbers, and views, but also some data from other music blogs because we don't know that much about EDM. Number 10, Tasty. No, this isn't a holdover from our food channels list. At number 10, we have a channel that serves up delicious beats, the Tasty Network. Tasty is an electronic record label who claim to be dedicated to supporting and bringing forth the latest and hottest up-and-coming artists from around the world, according to their About page. If there's one thing I could say about this channel's look, it's uniformity. The thumbnails are all done in the same slick, artistic style, giving the whole channel a very organized and stylish feeling. A personal favorite artist of mine that you can find on this channel is the Fat Rat, who's got a really video gamey sound mixed into his beats.
And when you call my name, I won't be far away, no matter where you go.
Number 9, Ultra Music. Out of all the channels we'll see today, it's Ultra Music that's probably got the most artists you've already heard of if you're not too big into the EDM scene. Steve Aoki, Deadmau5, and Pitbull all call Ultra their home.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I know you want me, you know I want ya. I know you want me, you know I want ya.
Though they were founded in 1995, Ultra really hit it big when they merged with Sony in 2013. Those of you that follow the EDM scene will probably be familiar with Ultra Music Festival, which is in fact not directly related to the Ultra label. However, the two companies did partner together for promotional purposes in 2012, but that big shindig that goes down in Miami every year, that's not their doing. One thing that I can't say about the music that you'll find on Ultra's channel is it's a lot more lyrical than some of the other stuff you'll see today. A lot of the hooks are performed by big name artists, which means they're a bit more, dare I say it, radio friendly.
This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started.
Number 8, UKF Music. Not just a channel, but a number of channels. No countdown of the best EDM on YouTube would be complete without a mention of UKF Music. As I just said, UKF is not just a single channel. Although they started with UKF Dubstep and UKF Drum and Bass, they've now blossomed into 5 separate channels, adding UKF Music, UKF Mixes, and UKF Live into the mix. If you're into the EDM scene in the UK, chances are none of this is news to you. UKF organizes events, sells merchandise, and even has their own ticketing platform. One thing you'll quickly notice is that these channels often include a mix of full production music videos and bare bones audio clips. But they've conveniently labeled the stills for the audio only clips with the UKF audio watermark. So, if you're looking for something to watch as well as listen to, you don't have to open each one to find a good music video. Number 7, Spinnin Records. Back from an appearance on our list of the top 10 most popular channels of 2014 is the self-proclaimed #1 dance music channel on YouTube. We'll let you be the judge in terms of quality, but no one outpaces these guys in terms of pure numbers. Spinnin Records is a Dutch independent music label that specializes in progressive house, big room house, and electro house. Or just techno if you stopped following music in the 90s. Even though they're technically an indie label, they boast some pretty big name acts, like Calvin Harris and Tiesto. Remember that Barbra Streisand song from 2010 that you probably just got out of your head now? Yeah, that's them.
Barbra Streisand.
If you don't know where to start, they have a weekly radio show called Spinnin Sessions, as well as a bunch of curated playlists by their staff members. Number 6, ENM, Epic Network Music. Often when we're counting down YouTube channels, we look for a sort of unifying theme for a channel. Now, with Epic Network, I'd say that unifying theme is happiness and positivity, something that can be sometimes hard to come by in an overly serious genre.
You gotta get up to get down. I'm calling you over. You're sending me on my way.
Something you'll immediately notice upon loading up their channel is that all of their thumbnails are cutesy little anime stills. Whether or not this is clickbait is definitely arguable, but it supports the friendly, upbeat image the brand is going for. Each is labeled by genre in the bottom left corner, making it easy to pick out dubstep, new disco, or just relaxed tracks by simply scanning through the pictures. Of course they have playlists too, but ain't nobody got time for that. Number 5, Majestic Casual. Just as EDM is a sort of all-encompassing term that's hard to define, so too is the music you'll find on Majestic. According to their own page, they feature a bit of everything: deep house, experimental, hip-hop, indie, pop, and more. Image is everything in music, aside from the actual music, and the people at Majestic clearly understand this. All of the stills are, well, for lack of a better term, very hipsterish, and almost categorically feature stylish young ladies. It's definitely clickbait, but it's clickbait for those who find regular clickbait too mainstream. That said, you'll find some remixes of some pretty big name acts here, like Kendrick Lamar, Ellie Goulding, and the XX. They're all mixed into some of the best tracks found here.
Look at my life to look at yours. Get some ambition while you bored. Time will never wait on no man. Society will never hold your hand.
Majestic is definitely a set it and forget it kind of channel. They do have playlists, but each one is merely a block of 200 tracks with no particular order. The type of thing you put on in the background while you're at work and just let it run. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've caught at least one member of the WatchMojo staff with one of their playlists on in the background. Number 4, Galaxy Music. Many of the channels we'll see today are labels that publish their own music. Now, Galaxy Music is the other type in the EDM scene, which is the user-curated audio blog type of channel. Essentially, this channel promotes the music that's been submitted to them. If you want your own stuff to be played on their channel, technically all you have to do is send it to them and then keep your fingers crossed. Of course, you have to have permission to use any copyrighted material, but that goes without saying. Again, for those of you who have no idea where to start, Galaxy has been nice enough to separate their playlists into genres, so you can binge on only dubstep or only glitch hop, just to name a few examples. Number 3, MrSuicideSheep. No, they didn't pick their name because their users are sheep and their music wants you to kill yourself. Here to help you feel the music is MrSuicideSheep. Another audio blog curator type channel, MrSuicideSheep's stated goal is to find the best and most enjoyable electronic music. Again, you're free to submit your own stuff to this channel, so long as you don't mind it being monetized. Currently, the two most popular videos on his channel are remixes by fellow Montrealers, Adventure Club. Number 2, xKito Music. At first glance, xKito is very similar to a couple of other channels we've seen today. They have a watermark in their thumbnails that label the genre of their tracks. They use cutesy little anime stills for their thumbnails. They're primarily a curator channel, one that hosts content for up-and-coming artists. It's true, we've seen a lot of these elements before, but that's not to say that xKito doesn't do them just a little bit better. One thing you'll quickly notice is a lot of the tracks are labeled as very specific subgenres of EDM that you won't find on other channels. Genres like melodic dubstep, future bass, and happy hardcore. Of course, this is a two-way street, so some clips are simply labeled EDM. Another thing I feel I should mention is that while they do use anime-style stills as their thumbnails a la Epic Network, they're less clickbaity, meaning you can't blame their popularity on a silly marketing gimmick. Before we mix into our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, MrRevillz. Well, it's been a trip, but it's time to mellow out and come down with our number 1 pick. Topping off our list is MrRevillz, the king of the EDM curator scene. What's great about this channel is that while you might not have heard of the artist that's actually doing the remix, the song they're using is usually by an artist you have heard of. For example, a personal favorite of mine is a remix of Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing by XKito. How they've avoided a lawsuit is anybody's guess, but it sure is catchy. Instead of dividing his playlists by genre, he groups his clips by feeling or mood. While there are only a handful of these lists, they also fall into that set it and forget it sort of category. The type of thing that you can put on in the background to suit your mood and just let it play. Also, I hate to harp on the thumbnails, but whoever does the thumbnail pictures for MrRevillz probably went to the same art school as whoever does them for Majestic. I don't know who's ripping off who, but they all look like they're, ripped straight from H&M's Instagram account.
Every time I see her, every time I see her.
That's it for our list. We hope you found something great to listen to. Now, be sure to vote on upcoming episodes on our Suggest page. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And for more great top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.